Well, folks, exercise is an important part of your life, and fitting it into your schedule regularly will lead to a healthier and more satisfying lifestyle. Unfortunately, many people fall into bad habits and continue to make mistakes that can be dangerous.
There can be workout myths and misconceptions that people both new to exercise and those with more experience can fall into. And joining us now is our fitness expert, Dex Henderson, to talk more about these misconceptions. Hello, Dex.
How's it going?
You're like Newman to me.
I know. I see.
Newman.
You love to see me.
I know, I do, but I don't.
All right, so a lot of this stuff, really important misconceptions here, and I'm definitely guilty of a lot of these. I think one thing, I think a lot of people do. So there are some that can actually be very damaging.
Yeah.
Right. So let's
Definitely.
talk about some of those, Dex.
Okay. So the first misconception that I get a lot is, especially from women, is if I lift too much, will I bulk up? Well, it's kind of funny because I get it a lot of the time, but it's not true at all. When you lift weights, you're actually leaning yourself out, you're gaining more lean muscle mass and dropping body fat percentage. The misconception of being bulky actually refers to the visceral fat, the fat that you gain on top of the muscle. So it's actually fat tissue that women refer to. It's a known fact that the leaner you become, the more body fat percentage you're going to burn, and it's also a known fact that it's going to speed up your metabolism. So therefore, it's actually healthy for you to lift weights more. You'll get that long, lean appearance that you're looking for.
Yes. Okay, next one. Being skinny means you're in shape.
Definitely not.
False.
We refer to it as trainers as skinny fat. That doesn't mean that you're necessarily in shape. The one thing that you want to pay attention to is the body fat percentage and staying away from the scale. The scale really doesn't speak a lot. It just lets you know exactly how much you weigh, but it doesn't mean you're X amount of body fat or X amount of pounds of lean muscle. So you want to really pay attention to your aerobic and anaerobic activity and how far your threshold is, and also paying attention to how lean your body fat percentage is. Being skinny is just, hey, you're skinny.
Yeah, because you hear that a lot of time, and in fact, we've had a lot of people in the HIIT classes that you're seeing here, guys. This is the 12-week challenge that we're on. You hear a lot of times that people will say when they're taking these HIIT classes that they're gaining weight, but they're losing that body fat.
Yeah.
So that's actually a good thing. So you really want to pay attention to the body mass index and making sure that is going down, because it's definitely not a bad thing that those numbers are going up on the scale.
No, not at all. And the thing is if you look at a diagram, 5 pounds of fat next to 5 pounds of muscle is completely different. 5 pounds of muscle is half the size. So the more lean body mass you have, the scale may not change, but you can tell in appearance that you're becoming leaner and more ripped.
Okay, another myth. Being in shape costs you more money.
That's the big one that I fall into.
That's huge, because you think that eating healthy costs a lot of money, joining gyms costs a lot of money. Well, in fact, those things can be expensive if you allow them to be. We live in a beautiful state where you can enjoy the outdoors, you can enjoy the parks that we have, lots of recreation outside. You don't necessarily have to be a part of one of the most expensive gyms or any gym at all. It's just a matter of making sure that your activity level is high and making sure that you're doing the proper things. Eating is the big portion. It's 85% of your results, and it can get expensive if you do not prepare ahead of time. The biggest thing is to shop in bulk and cook in bulk. If you do these things, you're going to save a lot more money, and you're less likely to go out and eat as well. So as long as you're prepared, you'll be perfectly fine.
Now you said, just really, we're going to talk about just very quickly before we got to get out, we're running out of time. You said 25 minutes of activity burns 2,500 calories or something?
So 3,500 calories is a pound.
Yeah.
So if you burn 3,500 calories, that supersedes the caloric intake that you're taking in for the week. That's a pound lost per week. So you just got to make sure to keep an account of how many calories you're taking in per day and seeing how many you burn. And if you create that deficit, that's how you're going to lose the body fat.
Well, guys, you can come exercise with Dex and the whole HIIT squad tonight, right? Tonight going on 6 o'clock.
6 p.m. at Del Norte Sports and Wellness. Wear your 80s gear.
80s, yeah. It's a big 80s party.
Rock it.
Yeah, rock it out.
Neon colors.
And it's a little bit longer class, 6 to 7:30. It's going to be in the big gym, the Del Norte Sports and Wellness, which is on Wyoming and San Antonio. Is that right? Okay, fantastic. Dex, we'll see you tonight, 6 o'clock.
Awesome.
And hopefully we'll see you guys there. If you need more information, head over to Casa.com and click on the Style tab.